So I got my call, and it was the happiest I'd been in a long time. And New Hampshire, Manchester mission, and it was a huge mission, and I was so elated, and I couldn't wait to leave. And I would leave for the Mission Training Center on December 3rd. Gave me a couple months to get ready, but the week that followed that was terrible. I was at war with myself because I knew in my heart that I would probably not last more than a few months out on my mission with the way I was behaving. And I would be sent home, and the torture of having to face all of my friends and family, knowing that I had failed, that thought terrified me more than anything. So I went to my bishop, and I decided to tell him that I need help. And he was so sweet, and he immediately set up a payment plan for whatever I needed. So I started seeing a nutritionist once a week and a therapist once a week. And they immediately wanted to put me in a rehabilitation facility for a 30-day trial period to see if that would help me. And so I would live at the hospital for a period of 30 days, and they would run blood tests, and they would monitor my health every day, and I would have a strict meal plan, and if I refused to eat those meals, they would stick an IV in me and force me to. I wouldn't be allowed to go to the bathroom by myself. They would have to flush the toilet for me because they wanted to make sure I didn't purge. And that's disgusting, right? So I didn't want to do that. Plus, if I did that, then everyone would find out about it, about my self-harm and my eating disorders, because you can't just disappear off the face of the earth for 30 days, especially when preparing for a mission. So I begged them, please, please give me a chance to get better on my own. And they did. And guess what? I got better on my own. I still see them once a week, and do weigh-ins to make sure I'm not losing any more weight, to make sure I'm still following meal plans and I'm going strong, and I'm clean with cutting and purging and everything, and it's wonderful, and it's an amazing feeling to have my life back. But as with any addiction, I won't be able to serve my mission for a year now, because they want you to be a year clean to make sure you won't relapse out in the field, which is completely understandable. So I'm not telling you any of this to make you pity me or feel bad for me. I'm telling you this because our society, it needs to change. Depression is not an act. Eating disorders aren't phases. Suicide isn't a coward's way out. Homosexuality isn't a disease. Self-harming is not a cry for attention. People need to stop acting like they know everything and start acting like we're brothers and sisters, because we are. We're all human, and the one thing that we have that no one else does is our differences. And it's those differences in our experience and our personalities that make us so unique and so beautiful. Each and every one of us, and you are not a victim. No matter if you've been abused or betrayed or crushed or beaten down or broken down or cheated on, if you've lost someone to death or to heartbreak, I'm so sorry. And I know that these are real trials and yours are real experiences. But if you're watching this video, you're alive. You are alive, and isn't that beautiful? You have the power to change the world. You're not a victim, you're a victor. You can do anything you set your mind to, and I don't care. I don't care what society says. Beauty, real beauty, begins the moment you decide to be yourself. When you choose to finally let go of whatever's hurting your soul. My hair, it's You can see it has broken off in lots of places from malnourishment, but it's getting healthy again. Got a lot of it. And you know, after this video, I think I'm gonna go down to Chick-fil-A and get one of those 600 calorie peppermint milkshakes, and I'm going to enjoy every sip, because this is life and we got to enjoy it. You know, in my body, you know, I have scars like this all over my stomach and my legs. But I'm not ashamed of them, because they remind me of the battles that I faced, and I won. And I know you can win your battles too. You know, these scars, they show that I'm stronger than the demons that tried to take me out. And I am thankful for these struggles, because it's broadened my perspective on life. And now I can understand so many experiences and so many people because of them. And without my trials and my struggles, I wouldn't have stumbled upon my strength that I know I have now. The strength that I know each one of us is so blessed to possess. You know, now I look back and I smile, because this is my blessed life and I'm going to choose to live it. And I hope and I pray that each one of you will choose to live your life too. I know what you're going through. I was heartbroken and I was scared and I was anxious and I was worried about everything and I felt weak. And if you're sad and you're hurt and you feel any of these things, please, I beg you to find someone that you can trust and ask for help. There are suicide hotlines and people in this world who need you. You may not feel like it, but they need you. And I know you might feel scared to trust someone, because maybe everyone who promised that they would be there for you aren't. And that's hard for you to accept. But you can always message me 24/7 on here. And I'll be more than willing to listen and talk to you and help you out with whatever I can, because I have been there. And maybe I haven't been in your exact challenge and trial, but I have a pretty broad view on trials now. And I think I can understand. And if not, I can at least listen and reassure you that you're loved and you need to keep living. Not just breathing, living. Please take that leap of faith and break yourself free from the chains that bind you. I need to remind you that the courage that you have, it doesn't mean that you have an absence of fear. It doesn't mean that you're not scared, but rather, courage is knowing that there's something else, like your happiness, that's worth so much more than the fear that you're feeling. Take the risk, or you'll lose the chance. And be thankful for what you are now. Okay? Keep fighting for what you want to be tomorrow. Your doubt will crush your dreams more than your failure ever could. I know that because I doubted myself, and it crushed myself. I crushed myself because of that. And I know that one of the saddest things in the world is to feel broken. And I know that it's how hard it is to cry yourself to sleep every night, only to wake up to remember that everything you were so desperately trying to forget the night before is all still so relevant. But God, fate, the universe, I don't care what you call it, but it's caused you to go through what you're going through right now for a specific reason, and you need to trust who you are and have faith that tomorrow will come, and with it an array of opportunities. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. No freaking way will it be easy, ever. But it'll be worth it. And even if you feel so broken right now, well, guess what? A broken crayon, it still can create the most beautiful piece of art. And you can still live the most beautiful life. I want you to think for a moment, are you happy with yourself today? If the answer is yes, then that is amazing. Truly amazing. And if the answer is no, I want you to think to yourself, what can you do to, right now, today, to make yourself the person you want to be tomorrow? What can you do? You know, none of us owes anyone any explanation for our flaws. We don't have to justify our mistakes or our past insecurities. We're all growing, and we're all learning, and we're all changing. And that's not good enough for someone in your life, then you don't need them. Let yourself be free to be who you are. Because the moment you feel that you have to prove yourself or prove your worth to someone is the moment that you need to walk out. And you don't need them in your life. Whether it's a parent or a friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I don't care. You need to leave them because it's not good for you to stay in a situation like that. Do what's best for you. You should feel safe in your skin. You shouldn't cry in the mirror because society's cruel torment tells you that you're not good enough. When you look inside yourself to find that someone who loves you, I want you to find yourself. I want you to love yourself. You know, media shuns your confidence and feeds you your flaws with all of these dictation and laws, you know, pretty, sweet, tiny, petite. You know, you're lovely, quiet, strip down, just try it, girl, your hair must be long, boy, you better be strong. It feeds us these words that we're taught to know and tell ourselves, you know, beauty, muscles, strength, thin, ugly, fat, weak, and feeble, smaller, bigger waist, or smaller waist, bigger biceps, you know, get the girl, tiny, fag, slut, bitch, whore. And I'm floored that we live in a world defined by such repulsive audacity, you know, and it needs to end now, which is why I'm making this video, because I don't want anyone to feel the way I felt. I want you to hopefully take something from this video. I need you to know that we have a messed up society and it stole many years of my life, and I don't want it to steal a single day from the rest of all of our lives. You know, this has been a hard story for me to tell because I didn't even want to go to the hospital like 5 months ago because I was terrified that people would find out. So if one person takes something from this video that makes them a better person, then it'll all be worth it. You're loved. You're a daughter and a son of God, an almighty being. And whether you believe in God or not, you're still a person and you still have a soul with great worth and with great potential. And I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart.